Hello everyone, welcome to a mod spotlight on Tinker's Construct. So this mod is pretty cool, it's growing pretty popular at the minute, and it's going to be updated soon, but I thought I would do a mod spotlight on it. So the mod is pretty cool, and it allows you to make some pretty cool custom tools, arrows, and just customize weapons. It's mainly an early game mod, not so much a late game, and I want to go and show you guys what you need to do. So you'll spawn off with this Materials and You, Volume 1. And you can go through here and it'll tell you what you need to get started off, like the tool station, the part crafter, the blank patterns. It tells you all the different recipes. And the first thing you want to get is a stencil table. This is crafted pretty simply with a stencil above a plank. A stencil is just some sticks and oak wood. You get 4 in the 1.7 version. The 1.6 used to be the fact you only get 1. So you get a stencil table, and now you want to get a part builder. And this guy is just a actual wood as opposed to a plank above it. Now you want to get a storage. Well, not storage, it's actually a chest. A pattern chest, that's it. You want to get yourself one of these guys, and these are just a chest with a pattern above it. Put that down there. And the next thing you want to get is you want to get a tool station or a forge. Now I'm going to keep this in my inventory, and you're going to need this later on. And this guy is a crafting table or a crafting station. A crafting station, most of these you can put into a crafting inventory, make them into an alternative. For example, the tool station you can make into that, etc, etc. So you'll get this little setup here with your stencil table. Alright, so the first thing you want to get is a stencil. For some reason they're not in here. Well, they're not called stencils, are they? They're called blank patterns, that's it. They're not actually called stencils. And you want to put them in there, and then you have a choice of all these different patterns that you can make. Previously, you had previous pattern and next pattern. We had to scroll through them all, but now they made the interface a little bit easier. So, what we're going to do is we're just going to make a very basic pickaxe out of cobblestone. We're going to go to the part builder, and you can see you can use the interface of the pattern chest within the part builder, not in the tool station. And what we're going to make for a pickaxe is, well, what you're going to do when you're making all this stuff, you're going to be able to get Materials and You Volume 2. If you ever need to make one of these again though, say it gets destroyed, it's a bit of paper and a blank pattern. And then you can put that in the crafting table to get the next one up. As you can see, there is actually Diary of a Tinkerer. That is not really important to the mod though. You can read that in real time if you really want to. It's not really related though. So we've got these books. This one we're going to come on to a little bit later on, but Volume 2 it tells you about all the tools, how to make them, and it goes into the materials: flint, alumite, blue slime. It says how to craft them all. It says a bunch of stuff about all the modifiers you can make, and we're going to get into some of those a little bit later, but some of those I'm not going to get into, and you may have to check those out yourself. So what we're going to make for a pickaxe, I know it will require a pickaxe head, a tool rod, and a binding. Just a normal binding. And I'm going to put those in the pattern chest. And what we're going to make is a pickaxe head, a binding, and a rod. When it says 0.5 cost, you can use the stone shard to excuse me, to make things with half the cost. So now we have this, and what we're going to do is going to take it over to our tool station, and we're going to assemble it. I'm going to click on pickaxe, and there you go, a stone pickaxe. And now, as you can see, it's just, you know, a very basic, complete stone pickaxe. And you're probably thinking, why on earth would this be particularly good? A complete stone pickaxe, sure we can get better ones, right? Well, yes we can, but they're a little bit more difficult to make, and this is where the tool station comes in. To make more advanced tools, you're going to need a tool station. So this thing is going to be completely obsoleted, and we're going to make this guy. this guy's your next tier, and I can see a bunch of different things, which in the new update we're going to be getting a long bow instead of the short bow, a few other like crossbows I've seen with the update, and a few other things. So first of all, we're going to make, well, actually what I need to show you guys is next is how to make different alloys, because if we look in here, I believe it's in the other book, in the smelting book, it shows you all the stuff to make the smeltery, and it shows you what you need to make all your different metals, like glue, endstone, clear glass. Here they are. So you're probably thinking, how do I make this aluminium brass, for example? Well, you need a smeltery, and for that, you're going to need to make some of these blocks, and these are made from seared bricks, which is grout, which is sand, clay, and gravel, or one bit of clay, one sand, and one gravel. And we're going to take one of these guys. Nope, wrong one. I'm going to put it down right here, and I can see it says invalid structure. We haven't made the rest of the structure. And I'm also take two of these smeltery drains and put them on the side, and you are going to see what I'm doing here. Next, we're going to look up the seared faucet. Now, I want to point out you don't have to make the smeltery in the way I'm making it. You can make it in a slightly different way. I won't go too different from this design, but something different, slightly similar. Now we're going to get the seared, not seared window. I believe it's the seared tank. Here it is. I'm going to put that down, and now we basically just need these seared bricks. I'm going to place them like so. And there you go, now the multi-block has formed. As you can see, it no longer says invalid structure, it says empty. And you're probably thinking, well, what's it waiting for? Well, it's waiting for some lava. That's what it cooks on. Because obviously you can't really smelt for free, and it's sort of, it's not too difficult to get loads of lava. You just have to go to the nether, or set up a pumping system, which you can do with other mods. And now we have 9 squares, and if I made this, say, taller by, if I increased all this row, you're going to have to put in, all you need is the seared bricks to go up. You don't need to re-put these down, or another one of these, or another tank. And then it'll be able to hold 18, another 27, 36, and it goes on and on and on. But now, I'm going to show you, we also need, so these faucets, we also need a casting table and a casting basin. I'll put these guys down as well, and I'll show you guys what they're used for later on. But what we're going to take first is we're going to make some casts, either out of aluminium brass, and I believe, well, it tells us how to make it. So aluminium brass, 3 aluminium, wait, that's aluminium brass, 3 aluminium, and 1 copper. And they also work from other mods. I can see I've got forestry for Minecraft installs. I'm playing on Feed the Beast. I can see some metals, as you know, is smelt considerably faster than others, as aluminium is a softer metal than copper. So this guy will smelt, I can see it's, oh, I've just clicked on it so it's smelting slower, and this sword is actually what I'm holding here, is actually from the Tinker's Construct mod. So as you can see, it shows us just a block of it, because it currently shows the ingot in there, and it shows us, also you can do ore, and it will actually double your ore output. So if you're not using things like industrial craft, thermal expansion, you can use this to double your ores pretty effectively, minus the time it takes to actually put it in. So I'm just going to wait for this to finish up here. It's going to finish, and you'll see, there you go, turn to aluminium brass automatically. Now, let's say we want, I don't know, let's say a bronze pickaxe, for example. I'm going to take some bronze ingots, and there's a couple of ways we can actually do this. We can actually use, well, I'll show you guys what I mean, but I'll put these guys in here for now. And now, what we actually want to do is take we're actually going to need to get our cobblestone tools back. Now, these can be done with any tools, it doesn't have to be cobblestone, but so I've got a pickaxe head. Got this guy, put it in the crafting table, and it's actually on there. You can actually click on if you have multiple ones, you can click on them to put them down to the bottom. Just be careful when you put in other metals in there, as you can sometimes accidentally make them into an alloy, which is a bit of a pain. And you can see I put aluminium brass. You can use with gold either or aluminium brass. And I can see it's made as a pickaxe head cast. And say I wanted a bronze pickaxe head. I click on the bronze, put it to the bottom. As you can see, we now have a bronze pickaxe head. Cool, right? And these guys can be stored in here. I'm going to put them back. And I'll show you what we can do. So if I just make this, shouldn't be too difficult to make. Put the cobble back in there. Oh. And now if I put these guys on here, I'll say that you don't have to make them out of cobble. And I can see it's an invalid pour there, so I can't put bronze on top of that because it's not a casting material. So I'm now going to get this guy. I'm just going to quickly get myself a trash can from extra utilities to put the junk items into. Oh, I didn't pour it. Now, this is the most effective pickaxe in the world, as it is fully made out of bronze. You need to take into account what those materials have on them, and I'll teach you guys that in a little bit. Where did Oh, you know, I think I trashed them. Alright, so I'm just going to go and get them back out of Creative NEI. And we had a binding. Alright guys, I'll be right back once I've got the materials. Also guys, this is quite a good example to show you. You actually can melt down blocks of things, and also with this casting basin, if I wanted to pour out excuse me, if I wanted to pour out a lot of bronze and turn it into a bronze block, I can pour it out into this casting basin, which is pretty cool. I'm just waiting for this to be made. Then I can I keep making the tool and then it keeps disappearing for some reason. It's a little bit weird. Alright, so I'll put the bronze into it. Now, where did my binding go? I'll just quickly make another binding. Put the aluminium brass on the bottom. Then fill that cast with bronze. Right, so as we were saying, I now have full bronze equipment. And now I'm going to go over to here. And also you can name these tools, by the way guys, I probably forgot to tell you that. So I could say call it a plum pick, like I did in my Let's Play series, Plum Pick 20. And now I'm going to use this pick to show you some examples of modifiers on the tools. So I just want to go through this materials and U-book first and show you some different modifiers. So some of the tools you will have to look at yourself, but the hatchet can basically, I can see, it can collect leaves. The mattock is a shovel and it can harvest wood, dirt and plants. The broadsword allows you to just block. The rapier ignores armour, and it also, you can't block with it, but you can click. It'll attack as fast as you can click, unlike other weapons. The longsword allows you to do a lunge forward. The frying pan, I don't know too much about the frying pan. I believe it is, you can cook food on it, and also you can bash and do knockback damage. A dagger is just a very small weapon. A chisel, that's used to transform various blocks into bricks. Battle sign, cuts a wide variety of damage into a half. Hammer, might a 3x3 area of stone. A lumber axe is basically decapitates trees, chops them all down. Excavator, 3x3 area, or 3x3 area on dirt. Scythe, I believe, attacks mods in a 3x3x3, and also Harvest in a 3x3x3. The Cleaver has a natural ability of beheading, but it's quite heavy. You get mining fatigue when you have it. The Battle Axe, the ability is not there, and the natural abilities: Area of Effect, Harvest Woods blocks in a 1x9 tower. Bash knocks the enemy further than normal. Short bow, which is your normal bow. Arrows, you can also use those to make that. And it shows the different traits like wood, as you can see, as a normal handle modifier. Not too bad of a material. Now, I want to say that I think that Cobalt has a very good mining speed. That's very good for a hammer. But Manulin has a slower mining speed, but also has a higher mining level. You see, it's mining level 5. And so this will be very good for maybe a tool rod, pickaxe head. Not so good for a binding. Now I'm going to show you guys paper. And you might be thinking, paper? How is that ever going to be good? Has a very low handle modifier, but it gives a writable aspect, which allows you to add even more modifiers onto the tool. So for a pickaxe, I usually like to put on lapis. I'm just doing an example on this pick, and you can actually split this like this. But I can see it adds a fortune to it. So eventually, if I add enough lapis onto it, I can see it has a look, and that's taken up one of my modifiers. And there you go, Fortune 1. I'm not going to bore you guys to death, so I'm going to leave it at that. And also, I believe redstone is a very good one to use as well. So, if you look, redstone adds mining speed on it. So, I can see mining speed is 16. Not too bad, to be honest. I mean, it mines pretty decently. But you watch when I put this guy on it. So I can add. There we go. So now there's room for one more modifier, which I want to show you guys. It's a pretty good one. As I said, you will have to check out some of these yourself. And see, just with one lot of redstone, 50 redstone, it mines that much quicker. And you can keep putting it on and on and on. So there you go. This pick is already more efficient. But what happens when it gets broken? Well, you put it in here, to the bronze ingot, to repair it. But that's a bit of a pain, right? What we can actually get is this guy. This is what I really recommend having on any tool that you really have in Tinkers. In fact, you know what? I'm going to get two. One for this and one for my slime broadsword. I don't recommend you guys make this is pretty terrible. But this I can see adds auto repair. Doesn't use any levels or anything. It just naturally will repair itself in your inventory. So there you go. My slime broadsword with auto repair and this guy. So if I put him in here, his durability will slowly begin to climb. So if I think it only does it if it's in your inventory. I'm unsure though. It doesn't use any power, any XP levels or anything. So it's 706, now it's at 707. And it will slowly begin to climb. And it's a nice way to have a pickaxe which doesn't run out of durability very quick. So like that. It's a pretty basic pickaxe and that's pretty quick. That's what I was talking about though, how it's very, very early game. And you don't really want to use this late game. Because you make all your stuff, and I want to point out though, there's a lot of things you'll have to learn. So for example, Manulin for example. Manulin is made from cobalt and ardite, which are found in the nether. Those little guys, what those do, we had to mine them with elumites. It's the only thing that can mine cobalt and ardite. So what you have to do is make yourself an elumite pickaxe, and I believe it is made from obsidian and aluminium. Don't get aluminium confused with elumite. I used to get it confused all the time, and it's such a pain when I kept doing that. I believe I'm in the wrong book though. Let's see, so elumite is 5 aluminium, 2 iron, 2 obsidian. You make that, and you make a pick out of it, and it's pretty cool. So this Manulin hammer, for example, let me show you guys what this does. It's just crazy. I mean, strip mining in Minecraft is such a pain, we all know that, right? So, as you can see, makes strip mining so much easier. And then if you have fortune on your pick, you can just go, oh, I'm having that. Then, you know, say if you've got redstone, I always recommend doing that with your pick, if it has fortune on it, and actually put fortune on your hammer. To be honest, it's a bit of a waste of a modifier, though. Oh yeah, and also I forgot to mention World Gem. Tinkers does add several types of ore, and I want to point out the Illumite, even a diamond or obsidian pickaxe could not mine it. It has to be Illumite. So it adds cobalt, ardite, and also aluminium. I believe other ones have to be supplied via other mods, so like tin or whatever has to be supplied by either forestry or maybe industrial craft. So I'll put these ores down. These two cannot be touched by diamond tools, obsidian tools or anything. Aluminium can though, that can be mined by iron tools. And, as you can see, I'll just get myself an obsidian pick and an Illumite pick, and you see an obsidian tool cannot mine this. An Illumite one can. And this is how you get Manulid from these two guys, which is really a top tier alloy. That's what I make my pickaxes out of on my Let's Play world. So I think I've about covered everything in the mod here, guys. I've not covered everything, because there are some tools I haven't shown you, but you guys will have to go and check those out by yourself. But as you can see, tools like Cactus give you the jagged effect, which means the more damaged it gets, the more damage it does. I believe the Stonebound trait does the same, which is on cobblestone and netherite tools. So you can make a Cactus tool rod, for example. I believe the Haddle modifier isn't too bad on it. So anyway guys, thank you for watching, and remember to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, take it easy. As a little side note, if I have missed out anything in this spotlight, remember to go and check out the wiki. I will leave it in the description below, or maybe like a page or something on the Feed the Views forum on how to do all this, because I may have missed out one or two things. Hopefully I haven't. So thank you for watching, and take it easy.